Hey everybody, it's your girl Carmilla. We had an appointment on today at 12:15. We're going to share some tips with you about fourth quarter. So when you come on, say hello. I'm looking forward to connecting with you all and sharing some tips with you. I got some stuff I'm going to share on my screen. My goal is to make this thing good for you. Your hands clean? Thank you. I got my grandbabies. School is out, so I'm multitasking on today. So, but I do believe this is going to be very helpful for you. I scheduled this before I scheduled this before I knew I was gonna be babysitting. All right, y'all go on the porch. Callie, out. I'm live. Out. Quiet. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Y'all come on in and let's have a conversation on today. And this training is a result of me putting a poll in my group. If you're not in my group, I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to get in there. If you could go to my link tree, you'll see, you scroll to the bottom, there'll be a link to allow you to, here you go, to get into my my group. It's called the Training Room for Hungry Entrepreneurs. And inside of the group, I asked a question, and from the help that the people inside the group need, that's where this training came from. So when you come on, say hello. I'm glad that you're here with me, and I'm going to make sure that I can hear you, make sure that I can see comments and all of those great things. Outside. 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 Sorry, y'all. I told you I got grandbabies. I got grandbabies with me today trying to work. I have to tell their mamas, look, I have to work. So when y'all come on in and say hello, give me about 60 seconds and we will get started. We're going to dive right in. I'm hanging out with y'all on your lunch breaks. And I'm just pulling up my questions, making sure I can see everybody. And I can.
The dog's out of the chain.
Shamar, on the porch, quiet. Thank you. All right. And if you can't catch it live, it's okay to catch the replay because I'm going to share some really good information with you on today. All right. So let's dive in and get started. I got all my information up and in front of me. We're going to get started. And I got one more slide that I will be sharing with y'all later in the training. And I want to make sure that y'all have access to that as well. A little fourth quarter guide. All right, it's uploaded. All right, so here we go. My name is Carmilla Williams, and I am a business coach and team trainer. I help entrepreneurs set their financial goals. I help you come up with your strategy. My biggest strength is strategic planning, strategies, show you how to roll things out in phases. Again, if you do hear some noise in the background, I am a grandmama, and the kids are out for fall break. So they're on the porch giving grandma a few minutes to do the training that I scheduled prior to knowing that I was going to have the kids on today. But we're going to dive right in, and I'm going to share this information with you. And I know that it's going to be helpful so that you can have a profitable fourth quarter. And when y'all come on, say hello. I want to make sure I can see the comment. Okay, I can see the comments. Thank you, Tam. I can see the comments. Here we go. So when y'all come on, say, hey, now the thing about fourth quarter, there is a misconception sometimes for small business owners because we start thinking nobody has any money. It's the holidays. They're not spending money. Let me tell you something. It's the holidays. People spending money. The question is, are they going to be spending money with you because you showed them that you had what they needed and that you added value? As an entrepreneur, you got to show up as an entrepreneur to be able to provide the product and the service that you say you can provide. You should under-promise and over-deliver. The goal is always, when you get into 2024, that by the time you get to fourth quarter of 2024, your calendar is already filled, is already booked, you already have your plan in place. But every year, I always run into entrepreneurs that are still trying to put their plans in place. It's the 5th of October, October 5th. So you still got time to have a profitable fourth quarter. So the question that I asked inside of my group was, what's your fourth quarter income goal? And do you need a plan to get there? Or I need a help with. So some people have their goal, but they need help with the plan. And some people got it all together. And some people need help setting the goal and the plan. And I believe that regardless of which one of those categories you fall into, you'll be able to find value in this video on today. Now, I'm going to share with you what you need to do. I'm even going to show you a fourth quarter little blueprint that I created just for today to show you a graphic that you can make and just write it in. If you need me to do it for you, then I would be glad to do a discovery call with you. You can just go to my Linktree, schedule a discovery call, and we can see if we're a good fit for us to work together. But many of you do a phenomenal job of working independently. So I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to give you the tools, and you can go and do it. And if it works for you, the only thing I ask is that you come back in and say, hey, y'all, that really did work, right? That's all I ask. I don't need any other credit. But if you're inside of my group, come back and let the others in the group know that it works when you work it. So let's dive in. This is something I need you to know. How you end this quarter is going to set you up to create the momentum for the new year. You cannot wait until January to get started. Because I know sometimes people say, well, I'm just going to wait till the first of the year. You can't wait till the first of the year. You have to end the fourth quarter of 2023 in the black. You have to get your books right. If you've fallen short on your annual goals for the year, hopefully you had a goal for the year. If you've fallen short, this is the quarter to make it up. We've been working all year long preparing for fourth quarter, preparing to serve our people. You've been loving on them all year long. Hopefully every time you went to a vending event, you were getting email addresses. You were staying in touch with them. You were sending out value-based emails. And here we are now at the time of the year when people are spending money on themselves, on their family, on their friends, on their coworkers, and you want to get a piece of that pie, okay? Number one, choose which holidays you're going to promote in your business. Number one, choose which holidays you're going to promote in your business. All right, I'm a multitask here. I'm gonna also drop this in the comments. I think I got 4 things we're gonna look at. Number one, which holidays, and this is gonna help you set your goals because number 2 is where we're gonna look at the plan. But number 1, you got to know what you want to do first. Okay, which holidays will you promote? And let's look at what those holidays are. So, in the month of October, you have people that are doing. You have Halloween. Some people celebrate Halloween. Halloween for party stores is one of the most profitable holidays of the year. You hear me? So if that's your thing, do it. For others, it's fall. You got fall festivals. You got Bosses Day on October the 16th. You got Taco Day, which was yesterday, October the 4th. You got World Smile Day, October the 6th. This is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If your organization partners with any of these things, or you can tie your business into any of these things, it will bring you a different audience, okay? So like my mom is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. And so in my I Am Love box for the month of October, the color theme is pink and purple. You see it on my fingernails. Pink and purple is the color theme for October. So they're going to have some breast cancer awareness colors in there. They're also going to have domestic violence awareness. We've given away 18 domestic violence scholarships as an organization. And so reducing the teen dating violence numbers is significantly important to me. Breast cancer awareness is important to me. And so I've tied those 2 things into my business. As a matter of fact, I think it's like next Thursday night, I'll be singing at our breast cancer awareness event. We've had people sponsor boxes for the domestic violence shelter that I'll deliver this month. And then 2 to 3 times a year, I go in and do group training because domestic violence is important. Domestic violence awareness is important to me. And so you have to have a cause that goes beyond just making money. And then that's another way that you can partner with other people. So choose which holidays. That's October. November, you got Veterans Day. If you are a veteran-owned business, that is important. There's even a certification with SBA where you can get a veteran-owned certification. There's grandma working. There's grandma working. Go sit down. There is funding out there for you, and there are partnerships that are out there for you if you're a veteran-owned business. Proudly display those things. World Kindness Day is November 13th. Black Friday is November 24th. Small Business Saturday, November 25th. Cyber Monday, November 27th. That's a whole weekend. What do you have planned? What is your business going to be doing? Are you partnering with other organizations? We're going to get with that in number 2. November is also National Diabetes Awareness Month. It's Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and it's National Adoption Month. How are any of those things significant for your business? And then in December, of course, we have Christmas. We got New Year's Eve. December 1st is World AIDS Day, and December 2nd is Candle Day. So if you make candles, I know you got something special coming up leading up to December. You don't want to just sell it on December 2nd. You want to be selling your product in November so that everybody have their candles on November 2nd. That's why having a strategy is important. And I know I went through those holidays quickly, but I wanted you to think outside the box on where you're going to promote. What are you going to put your business? What are you going to connect your business to over the next 90 days? Okay. Number 2 is what we were talking about in the group. And this is where I'm going to share my screen with you. Number 2 is create a plan. I'm just typing it in. Y'all can type it in too if you got time. Number 2 is create a plan. Create a plan. We are live on my business page on Facebook, my YouTube channel, and inside of my group. Number 2, create a plan. Inside of your plan, first is your sales goal. How much money do you want to make in fourth quarter? Hopefully, you got a notebook or something that you have this stuff in, or a calendar or something that you have your details in. How much money do you want to make fourth quarter? For easy numbers, if you're a beginning business, if you say, okay, I want to make $3,000, that's an average of $1,000 October, $1,000 in November, $1,000 in December. Now, in my group, I didn't even put a number in there that low. I think I did 2 to 5 a month. So that's $2,000 in October, $2,000 in November, $2,000 in December. You got to create a sales goal. If you don't create a sales goal, you're just accepting leftovers for your business. And your business, if you're a true CEO, you should be very strategic with what your financial goal is based on what your next steps are. Like if business is so busy that you need an assistant, then you got to make the money to be able to pay yourself and the assistant and have money stay in the business. So that means that's 3 pots of money. You got to have money to stay in the business. That's your operations account. If you empty your account after every event, then you live in check to check as a CEO. You don't want to do that. So you have to have money that stays, a percentage stays in that operations account off of every dollar you make. A percentage, or your salary goes to you and your salary goes to your assistant. That's why pricing is so important. And when I deal with entrepreneurs about pricing, a lot of times we're not thinking about the money that's got to stay in the business. If you got a corporation, or that ain't even in a partnership, LLC, that's not your money. You can't just spend it all. You have to have a plan, but that's a different training. So your sales goal, your sales goal. And this is what, let me see if this thing is going to work right for you so you can see it. All right. I think you can see this. I think you can see it. I got to remove a couple of things so that you can see it all. I want you to see this. You can screenshot it if you like. And let's go to my comments, and I'm going to remove that comment. Okay. You can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Real simple. This is a real simple graphic. I'm talking. Grandma, outside. I'm so sorry, y'all. Outside. Thank you. All right. So here is the graphic. If you got kids or grandkids, you already understand. Here is the graphic. This is what I want you to do. Just take a sheet of paper, and you see I got my questions on my left column, and across the top I got October, November, and December. You have to write out what are you going to sell. So in the month of October, list remember, I already gave you some, I already gave you different days. So maybe Boss's Day is October the 5th. Boss's Day is October the 16th. Maybe you sell a custom product or something like that that you can offer for Boss's Day. And so list it. Be very specific about it. And then how many of those, where are you going to sell it to? Make a list of the people, and you may have to duplicate this because you may need one column for each item. You can answer these questions for each item you're selling in October. Where will you sell it? So maybe you have a list of 10 businesses that you're going to reach out to, because maybe you know the secretaries in those businesses, maybe you know the staff in those businesses, and you know they want to honor their leader, right? And then I'm trying to see my own thing. Hold on. Then your sales goal. So you got your dates of the campaign and your sales goal. Those are 4 questions you got to ask for every single product and every single service that you are offering in the month of October. Why is this important? Because if you were doing mugs, it's funny, last year when I did this 4th quarter training, I had this same mug here. I had this same train mug. Now this is a new one. So I think, but it was a train mug, right? So if one of the things that I'm selling for Boss's Day is a nice mug, right? And I sell this mug for $20 each, and I need to make $500 for mugs, because my goal is $1,000 for the month. So I'm going to sell mugs is going to be one thing that I'm going to sell, and I'll sell something else for the other $500. I only need to sell 25 of these. 20 times 25 is $500. So I got to see, is it 25 people that I need to reach out to and sell one of these for their Boss's Day? Or do I reach out to 5 businesses that have leaders, right? So like if you reach out to a business that's got team leaders, you only need one of those businesses to say yes and to buy one of your mugs for every one of their team leaders. And now you've easily hit your goal. But it's not going to be make a post on Facebook, make a post on social media, send out one email, and then you're going to sell it all. That might happen, but more likely than not, it takes a little bit of strategic work. You got to build relationships. This is why you have been connecting with people all year long, so that when it came time for you to be strategic, you could. So you can sell 25 of these mugs on Boss's Day to one organization that had team leaders. And you could easily make $500. If they have 50 team leaders, you've hit your goal for that month if your goal was $1,000. Hey there, thank you for jumping on. And so that's what I'm saying to you. Think about an event. If you have an event that you are doing, here are the questions that you're going to ask at that event. Down here, 3rd question, date of the event or the campaign. Which event is this? This could be a fall festival. At the fall festival, what am I going to sell? You know, where will I sell it? You know, that's going to be at the fall festival. And what is your sales goal? List out the items. A lot of times, y'all, people get confused. Let me tell you a secret. And you can drop this in the comments. Confused people don't buy. Somebody drop that in the comments for me. Confused people don't buy. They don't. If you got too much stuff going on, they don't buy. Confused customers don't buy. Okay. So that's why it's okay for you to be very clear when you reach out to these organizations. If you sell 50 items, you don't, and you're making a personal contact to see if they will make a purchase for, we were talking about Boss's Day in October. You don't want to send them a list. I got 50 items that I can do for you. Choose one. Narrow it down to 2 or 3. Make it really easy for people to make a decision, because confused customers don't buy. They're going to have to think about it. They got to ask somebody else and all that. 2, 3 choices at the most when you're promoting your items like that. Another one, let me give you a service-based example. Let me put this back up. A service-based example. So if you're going to do a workshop, so if you are a speaker and you're doing workshops, what am I going to sell? This is your workshops. Where am I going to be? List out the different workshops that you're going to do. Maybe you're hosting a virtual workshop yourself. Maybe you're hosting one in person. And then you got 2 paid speaking engagements, right? put down the dates, and then what is your sales goal for each one? If I'm hosting my virtual workshop, what do I want my people to walk away with? I got the value. I'm going to add value, but how much money do I want to make at the end of that workshop? Even if it's free, you should have a buyer's journey. You should be giving people enough free value that they want to continue to work with you, right? And so what is the sales goal for that free virtual training? What is the sales goal for your in-person virtual training? That means how many tickets you need to sell, how many seats you need to sell, and you should know what the profit is. Let me say that now. The profit. You should know what the profit is. So if you're selling that seat for $99 a seat, but you got decorations, you got catering, you got swag bags, you had to pay a speaker, your profit may only be $20 a seat. And so what that sales goal that we're talking about, you have to decide if that's gross or if that's profit. But I'm talking about profit, right? So if you're going to make $1,000 profit and you're only making a profit of $20 per seat, and you want to, you got to sell 50 of those seats. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You got to do the math. So, you know, and if you don't sell 50 of those seats, it's okay. But at least, you know, you set the goal and you know exactly what you are going to make. And so you break it down. What will I sell? Who am I going to sell it to? This is where am I going to sell it? Not, I'm making all these items up and I'm just going to post it on Facebook and people are going to buy it. That is not how this works. You have to get out the house. Now, during COVID, we all was sitting home just going live and showing stuff. People are out at festivals now. They're out in their communities now, and you got to get out of the house. Drop that in the comments for me. Get out of the house. That's a strategy. Get out the house is a strategy. You hear me? You got to get out of the house and you got to go to where the people are. And if you go to where the people are, they're more likely to purchase your product and your service. Now, if you do vending events, let me give you a tip here and we're going to move on. If you do vending events, you should always have a giveaway. Okay. So since this is sitting beside me, this train mug, if I'm selling customized branded mugs, depending on what your company is, I can put your company logo on there. I'm giving away a mug. Do not give away an Amazon gift card. Do not give away a $50 gift card. Do not give away a $100 gift card. Why? Because everybody wants that. I'm giving away what I sell. So the names and emails that I collect are from people who want what it is that I provide. That makes sense? I did a giveaway for my I Am Love box. I had 400 and some odd people enter that giveaway for the I Am Love box. And guess what that did? That increased my mailing list by 400 over a 14-day period because they wanted what it was that I was giving away. Okay, so you do have to be very strategic with that. So I hope that Create a Plan was helpful for you. Now, if you need specific help, reach out to me. Let's schedule a discovery call. All you got to do is go to my website right here. Linktree/Carmela Williams. You need to go ahead and get on the calendar or message me so we can get you on the calendar before the end of the month. Let's do a discovery call and see if we are a good fit, if I could help you with some one-on-one coaching. If not, take the tools and the videos that are on my YouTube channel and the videos that are in the in the training room for hungry entrepreneurs and put your plan together and implement. You can't, you don't have 3 weeks to put this together. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision now and you got to get moving. You got to move your feet. You're going to grow as you go. Okay. You're going to grow as you go. Many of us, we get bogged down in the day-to-day behind the scenes activities and we're not doing income producing activities. I'm talking to you about income producing activities that's going to bring the money in. The plan is no good if you don't take the product and the service in front of the people, if you don't reach out to the people. So number 3, you got to have dates. We did talk about this a little bit. Number 3 is dates of campaign or event. Why is this important? The dates are important. So I'm going to share a couple of examples with you, and I hope this helps you. Cyber Monday of every year, I send an email to all of my past corporate clients. Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving. I send an email to all of my corporate clients that allows them to book me for first quarter of 2024, and they can get it at 2023 rates. This is something I have done every year for 5 years, and it has always served me well. And what happens is I give them 7 days. So I have my dates. It's the dates of the campaign, right? The dates are for this year is going to be November 27th through December 4th. The reason I give them 7 days is because a lot of times in corporate America, somebody else got to approve it too, right? Unless it is a company with 4 or 5 employees, you got one person. But if it's a major corporation, it's got to go through HR. Somebody got to approve it and get somewhere. And then they're going to tell my person going to let me know. And then they got to get it paid. So what happens is they have to confirm it. And I'll send the invoice out that week. And they have 30 days to pay it. And they're locked in my 2023 rates. How is this important? This is important because it brings income into my business fourth quarter. It allows me to finish the year in the black. And what it does is it takes me into the first quarter of 2024, takes me into the fourth quarter already creating momentum. I already have things on the book. You can't wait until January to start building your first quarter. You should be working a quarter in advance. So like your fourth quarter plan should have been put together in the summer, right? Actually, you should do it at the beginning of the year for the whole year. And then in third quarter, you tweak it. So when you roll into fourth quarter, you're ready to go. But I want to tell you the importance of these dates. Another thing, that I have the I Am Love box. And so with the box, when I open it up for people to register, there are dates that's associated with that. The reason those dates are important is because 1, I need to be able to help people if they got questions for customer service. 2, I need to be promoting that thing every single day. I need to be going live. I need to have graphics. We're going to do a one-time box in December. My daughters and I, it's called Me and Ma Holiday Box. Like Me, Ma is a play on words. Me and Ma Holiday Box. So whether you're the mama, the grandma, the me ma, the great grandma, any mom, the box is for a parent and a child. And it's called the Me and Ma Holiday Box. And we're going to run that from October 15th to November 15th. We got to cut it off in November 15th so that we can have all the custom t-shirts made so that these boxes can be mailed out the first week of December because they have holiday crafts, Christmas crafts, and Christmas gifts in it that encourages the mom and the child to work together. So those affirmation cards that Mom got are little, but the affirmation cards that's in that box for the kids, they're going to be the bigger ones. And they're going to, we actually got them already written out, biblical scripture affirmations from A to Z. So for the kid, they're actually saying their ABCs in addition to scriptural reference, right? So the dates matter. And during the dates of that campaign, we're going hard promoting it. And we're not promoting 5 and 6 things during that 30-day period. During that 30-day period, the focus is Me and Ma Holiday Box. So I hope this helps you because it helps you as an entrepreneur when you have so many different things, products and services that you can offer. You need to time block. You need to schedule it to give it a focus so that you can really get it out there. I know exactly how many of those boxes we're going to make. I know exactly how many of those boxes we're going to sell. We got an idea of who we are going to promote it to, who we're going to email it out to. I got a mailing list of 700 people. Now, if out of those 700 people, they buy the 50 boxes, it'll never go to the public. I just want to pause there for a minute. I've been building my email list for 8 years, right? And I'm real careful of making sure that I build my email list with people who enjoy the product and service that I provide. So we're only doing 50 of those boxes. Because they're on my mailing list, they get first dibs to order. That there always should be a benefit of people connecting with you and giving you their information. And if we sell out during the VIP component, and they'll get email before everybody else, and if we sell out before then, that box will never be sold to the public. It'll only be sold to those people in my VIP list. So send whatever you're doing for the holidays, send it to your VIP customers first. That's another reason the dates are important. So if you're doing something mid-October or 1st of November, back it up 2 or 3 days and send it to your VIP customers first. Give them first dibs. There should be some type of perks for being first. And the last thing I wanted to share with y'all on today, children, back on the porch. The last thing that I'm going to share with y'all on today is this one. Be committed. I know this goes without saying. Be committed. I added another word in there too. Be committed and finish. You know how many people I talk to, they have all these great ideas, but they can't even make it 90 days with one set idea. The reason that our businesses are suffering is because in October, these are your goals, but in November, all of them done changed. In December, all of them are going to have changed. You got to set a goal and stick to it. Do not change it. If you change it too fast, you don't know if it's going to work or not. Set the goal, finish something. Finish it. Even if it looks like, even if it looks like it's not going to work, you say, okay, I'm going to sell 50 of these. And midway through, you ain't sold but 2. I don't care. Stick to the plan. Increase the way you show up. Increase your videos. Increase your trainings. Increase your message that you're going out. Make sure you don't disappear. Finish the campaign. And then if you say, we were going to sell 50, but we only sold 5. That's fine. Celebrate the 5 that you served. Pull your team in. See what worked, what didn't work. And when you relaunch it again, you can make the changes. But if you quit in the middle of it, you don't know if it's going to work or not. You don't know if it's going to work. And I see this all the time as a business coach. We can't get it together what we want to do. And God can't bless if you don't know what it is. The scripture is very clear that a double-minded man we're unstable and a double-minded man is unstable and shall receive nothing from the Lord. So how can he bless the works of our hands if we're unstable and we don't even know what we want? Today I want this, Lord. Tomorrow I want that, Lord. Oh, I saw them over there doing that, so I want to do what they're doing. No, what has God called you to do? And can he trust you to finish it? Finish it. And then you got to be willing to put the time in to build it. So here we go. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, decide which holidays you're going to promote, what your product or service you're going to promote. Listen, if you're a small business, you may not want to compete with Black Friday. So I see a lot of entrepreneurs doing their Black Friday, their holiday open houses long before Black Friday. They do it at the beginning of November. So we're not competing with Walmart, okay? You still can do it. You just do it on a different day. So decide which holidays you're going to do. Number 2, create a plan. Create a plan. I can't say this enough. Create a plan. That's why I shared this with you. What are you going to sell? Where are you going to go to sell it? What are the dates? And how much you going to make? Shamar, how much are you going to make? You got to do that for every single product that you're selling. You got to do the behind the scenes work. Number 3 is put some dates on your campaign. It is not just going to run from October to December. You're doing different things throughout the month. Something may be 7 days here. It may be, 15 days. It may be 30 days. And if you're doing something for Christmas and you got to mail it, you got to already be working on that stuff. Okay. Hey there. You got to already be working on that. We're doing some stuff for breast cancer awareness. And one of my team members asked me today, what date should I end this? I said, well, I said, you're going to do it all month. She said, I got to mail it to them. So her cutoff date is October 15th. So anybody that wants to partner with her on those breast cancer awareness bags, they have to get them ordered by the 15th. That gives her time to get them out so the people can get them in their hand while it's still October, right? So ideally, it would have been great had we thought about it to sell those in September. So then they would have had all their pink stuff all month long because we would have mailed it out the last week of September instead of halfway through October. It's fine though. We're still gonna go ahead and get it done, but next year we'll have a different set of dates. And last but not least, be committed. Finish it. Stop being all over the place. This is your business. Do what God has called you to do. Somebody always got an idea. They're always saying you should do this. Have you considered that? Do what you're called to do. Sit down. Write out your plan for October, November, December. How much money you're going to make. How much money you're going to make each month in fourth quarter. Let's finish fourth quarter strong so that you can go into 2024 with massive momentum. I would love to work with you. Those of you that's ready to work with a business coach, message me. Schedule this, Shamar. message me and schedule a discovery call so that we can talk it through and see if you're a good candidate so we can go ahead and get started. If you can do it on your own, get it done. I've given you a blueprint today, but if you need some help, I'm your girl. I'd love to work with you. Like I told y'all earlier, thank y'all for hanging out with me. It is fall break, and I got two of my grandkids with me. They did pretty good, but I took them to the park and everything. Catch the replay. Great information. It'll be here for you. I took them to the park and everything today. And now get them back out the house and keep them moving again for a few more hours. So thank y'all for bearing with me. But that's one of the benefits that I really enjoy about being an entrepreneur, is that I still get to spend that time with my family, and I can still make my family priority. While my kids are out working, if I got to help out with the kids every now and then, I'll do that for them. Listen, I love y'all. Have a great fourth quarter. Do not hesitate to reach out to me if you need help. I promise you, if you start asking too many questions, I'm going to say, hey, let's get on the call, see if you need coaching. But there's some things I'll be glad to share with you for free. That's why I created this group. That's why I went live on today. Have a great day.